Well, good morning everybody. This is definitely going to be video worthy right here. We've got to load the graptor rake onto the trailer, and the only thing here to load it with is these, because Betty's currently down with the cylinder off of it and there's nothing else here to pick it up with, and it weighs 5,400 pounds, so the mini won't pick it up and the backhoe won't pick it up solo. So we'll see. Hopefully combined we can pick it up. If not, I'm going to spin around and try to use the loader bucket. We will see here. I don't know how this is going to go. It's going to go good or bad, but you're going to watch it. Well, that's not working. That just goes to show you how dang heavy that thing is. So we're going to disconnect here, get the skid steer with the forks, try to go up under it, pick that up. I'm gonna reach over with the backhoe and try to help pick it up. The skid steer will move it around. It will just only pick it about 2 inches off the ground. So yeah, see what happens. So I can lay it down. Yeah, take it forward like another 1.5 feet. Well, we finally got that loaded on there. The skid steer and the Mini actually worked better than I thought it was going to. The skid steer's a lot stronger. I think we'll actually pick up like 7,000 pounds, but just it being so far out, it won't pick it up by itself. All right, we got everything loaded down. We got to feed the cows real quick and head off to our job site. We got about an hour commute. All right, we have arrived up here. Got the 220 going. Quincy's going to take the camera off the tree up there. Go ahead and work on taking this section down right here. Robert's going to start cutting that up. Donnie's on the way with the 350. And he's going to go back and get the off-road truck so we can start moving dirt when the time gets here. I kind of do like the smell of cleared pine trees. It's like Christmas in the air. All right, let's go knock some trees down. We got a lot to do. $350 has arrived. Well, Big Girl's here again. If you remember, I brought it here. We only used it for like 2 days. We had to clear out for the game room addition on the house, but now there's a lot of site work to do. Kind of a little backwards, but I don't think you knew the house was going to be that big when they originally did it. So, all right, let me walk this down here and we'll get the trailer unloaded, get some more trees on the ground. All right, we got Big Girl here now. Let's go ahead and drop these bigger trees with it. It's going to be a whole lot easier to break those stumps up with this thing. Just to make life a lot quicker. That are all grown together like that, they tend to take a little more force to get them down. But the 350 don't care. That's why I went ahead and brought it up here. There's some big oaks over there. Well, one big oak right there beside the house. It's got to come down. I was like, you know what, this will just make life so much easier. Even all that power didn't want to bring it down, so 220 would have fought that one. I've got to make sure that it doesn't pull down the tree beside it when we go. Robert kind of picked through these with the 220 and cut them up. I'll go to the other end and try to take some more down. Cutting this up, I'll go work on the other end. Get some more down over there. So we got all those trees down and cut up. Robert went to go get us some lunch. And I'm gonna take the 220 here and grab these smaller trees, knock some of this stuff down and get it piled up, going down into this valley. When he gets back, I'm gonna let him start sorting through that pile of logs, tree length, cut it to length, and I'll go down there to the end with the 350 and start taking some more of those pine trees down and getting those stockpiled. So I think what I flagged the other day, I'm gonna go about 10 or 15 feet farther, just because I feel like, I don't know, when they did that survey, they didn't take into consideration how much dirt has to be filled in right there, which is going to put a slope on it, and that's going to take up real estate, and it might not make the area we're trying to make flat big enough. So it's kind of what I like about a lot of these customers. They just kind of give me free range to do what I think is best, because I've done this a long time and I can foresee a lot of problems that they can't visualize. It's a whole lot easier to take care of it now than when we go to put dirt in there and realize we got to clear back another 10 feet and I've already burnt everything, and it just leads to a whole lot more work. Because we do have to kind of stay on top of erosion control up here. I'm going to put all this brush at the bottom of the hill right now to catch anything if we do get a storm, but as soon as that's cleared, the area that we've cleared, I've got to go ahead and put up silt fence and do our outlets, and we just got to stay on top of that. We are in a kind of a watershed for a lake, so they kind of monitor that a little bit more than out in the country where we normally work, where you can pretty much do whatever you want to. Whoops. Grab the pine tree with that one. Go back. Take this one, just going to drop it straight down there into the woods. Wrong way. with that 350 when it comes to ripping up stumps and trees. It's just got so much more power. Timber! Let me get this laid over here to the side and lay some of those logs out to cut up. Let's take down some more trees. Back over here where I quit yesterday. Start grabbing these and laying them down. I went down the driveway and pushed some of those on the edge back into the woods. That way if I hit them, they don't knock them down across the driveway and make a big mess. I'll lay these over here to the side while I take those other ones down, then I'll drag them all out to a row over here. I can start chainsawing. Robert's cutting that other stuff over here, the chainsaw going, so it's got chain sharpened. Looking at it at lunchtime, I think I'm going to clear back another 15-20 feet past my line. Down there is kind of a valley, and then I'll be out of the valley. That way we can go ahead and fill all that in, just make it look a lot better, and it'll be a good place for me to waste all of this kind of top mess with the pine straw and roots and stuff in. And all in all, they're going to end up with a lot prettier product versus a nice flat yard that just dumps off into a 10-foot valley that we could have just easily filled in. So we can clear up to like an additional 4.5 acres. I think that's what his permit with the county allows for right now. With the original permit they gave him, they can clear up to like 6 acres or something, 6.5 acres. So he's got, you know, the area for the house and a little bit for the driveway, and that will include. But other than that, it sounds pretty, I don't know, easy to get along with, because they're not, but as long as we look like we're trying to manage everything and keep our silt fence up and stabilize, we should be good to go. drag this stuff out and take a few more down. Well, we made good progress today. Got all those trees down up there by the house. I think I need to take a couple more out right here to kind of round this off a little bit better, so you have a little bit better line of sight when you come up the hill. We'll end up cutting all this dirt down, kind of putting a taper on that, be able to get a nice good drainage ditch away from that road. Cut all this down so you'll have better side of the house, plus we need every scoop of dirt we can get on the side of the house, so it should work out really well. Kind of level this up some, and I was able to pretty much make it all the way down here to the curve. It's getting a little tight right here, but that's what I don't understand about this job, is it's powdery dusty dry here, but where it doesn't drain, goopy mud. So we'll end up having to scoop all that out and probably slide the road over a little bit, but we'll worry about that another day.